We are dead here with another episode of the Concord Illuminati. We are not over Pringles. The Concord Illuminati is taking a big stance here on 11/6/2023. Hashtag not over Pringles. In this year, this year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2023. My name is Molly. I am your game mistress. For today, I use she, her pronouns. I'm going to throw it over to my friend Isabel.
Hey, I'm Isabel. I use she, her pronouns, but I play a dude named Kendall who uses he, him pronouns. I have a dog. Look at the dog. She can go away later, but for right now, she wants to be here. Anyway, move it over to Scarlett.
Hello, I'm Scarlett. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Odyssey, who uses he, him pronouns. And this is Raylan. Maybe not.
Hello.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know where I am in the scheme of things. I'm Raylan. I use he, they pronouns, and I'm playing Llewellyn, who uses he, him pronouns. And then last but not least, we have Adora.
I'm Adora. I use she, her pronouns. I'm playing Celastrina, who also uses she, her pronouns. And in case you were wondering, we are arranged so that I'm in the top left and then it goes counterclockwise alphabetical order.
They know, we don't.
Oh, that's nice. I like alphabetical order.
Yes.
It's a mystery to us.
Yeah.
So I can point at Raylan. I can point at Isabel. I have superpowers. I can point at Molly.
I am uncomfortable being pointed at, even in a digital setting like this. But with that being said, I'm so excited to be back here for this. That is going to be session 4. So let's get stuck in. A pair of gloved hands flit across the deck of this well-appointed Eladrin ship. They tangle briefly with the curled mats of Llewellyn's hair. One of his first times off the island, he's a strong Eladrin of stocky build. He cracks his knuckles as he stares out into the distant island lair of what he supposes may be the home of this strange green flying lizard they've been tracking. He knows there may only be 1 or 2 hours before this dragon arrives. A tremendous pillar of gray stone, this lair is. It stands firm against the ravages of the waves, as it has done for nearly a millennium. It seems to rise hundreds of feet out of the air until the rock changes. Massive volcanic stone bricks piled up with a 2-story castle with 4 turrets on each corner, going up an additional few levels. Perilous catwalks perched between each of the turrets. Small droplets of torchlight leak through the arrow loops as the distant screams of giant rumble beneath the roar of the terrible wind and the waves beating against the ship. The goal is clear for the Concord. The Koalinth are making, at the behest of Celastrina, one more night of sacrifice to buy the party time in this fortress alone. Trying to find out more about the nature of this uncollared emerald drake, its rider, the being named Tekokaru, the nature of dragonkind's servitude, and the whispers of the complete annihilation of the city of Estipena. This fortress represents despair in the short term and hope in the long term. You can find Odyssey scribbling notes in his big book of animals, curiously detailing all that he saw in the Mithril Isles and in the Isle of the Koalinth. Kendall, deeply meditating, trying to calm his stomach that pitches to and fro with the waves battering the ship. Celastrina working hard to pack her knapsack such that 12 jars of taxidermy gilded caterpillars make as little sound as possible moving through the night. And finally, Llewellyn's hair dances as he calls out, "Hey yo, the fortress is in sight!" Concord Illuminati, what would you like to do?
Oh, man. My inner New Jersey wants to come out and change Kendall's accent entirely is what just happened. In response,
personality changes.
Yeah, in response to that AO.
Hey, yo, it's Kendall Sailing. Sailing when I could be driving. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Oh, but
right,
of course, he couldn't because this is a maritime fortress.
Sorry about that.
That is true. That is true. Oh, baby wants to go.
Dissociates.
All right.
We should do something.
The Concord no Menage. What would you like to do? You see this fortress in the distance. It's just starting to break your eye line. How do you want to approach?
Remind me what time of day is it right now?
You are in. This is wee hours.
Wee hours.
Or
Okay.
no, this isn't wee hours. This is late. This is like night for sure. This is like 9 or 10 p.m.
Okay, so night has like recently fallen.
Oh yeah, because they as soon as the Drake moved in to attack, you went past.
Okay.
Or like around and past. So
Did we discuss, friends, if we were gonna do the sneak 'em in path or the punch 'em up path?
I think that we did not discuss in too much
Yeah, I don't think
detail.
so.
I think that we were pretty on board with sneaking, though.
Okay.
Are you asking
That's
me or are you
probably-
asking Celastrina?
I mean, Celastrina.
Are you asking me if we discussed it, or are you asking Celastrina if we discussed it? And then the separate question is, are you asking me what we should do, or are you asking her what we should do?
Celastrina.
Celastrina,
I know.
what do you think we should do?
What's your experience with being sneaky?
Well, there's multiple different ways to be sneaky.
That's not really an answer.
I
A very
definitely think
good
reading
answer
it.
indeed. Yeah.
I always could hear her coming.
I would definitely
amounts to
say guns
anything.
blazing is probably not the best plan here, but we could go for the classic.
Todd has like a plus and minus pros and cons chart too. He's like,
We could
may
go-
be loud.
Con, I can't punch anything.
We could go
No,
for the classic
okay.
fake prisoner situation. I'm going to reveal at this time. Celastrina is going to do a thing. I am now, as Adora, going to reveal one of my abilities, which is a warlock invocation called Mask of Many Faces. So I can cast the disguise self spell at will as much as I want, whenever I want.
Seems to be a
So,
shapeshifter.
That's what I'm telling you in out of character, and in character, it's just going to immediately shapeshift into like some approximation of what we might expect to. I guess maybe somebody that we fought at the. Oh, that guy!
Are you
I don't know.
only
If
gonna
I don't know if I
demonstrate
can use this
the-
though, because it might be too much of a difference in size. I can't like impersonate a giant, but I could be Mbaptra. There we go. So immediately I just transform into looking like Mbaptra. I don't know this guy, but that's what's happening now.
So you have to imagine that. Oh wait, no, the disguise self doesn't change the voice. But I guess they wouldn't know Mbatra's voice, would they?
We did
We'll
see
see.
Mbaptra at the end, like a little bit, and we went to the temple, and like I've observed
true,
Mbaptra
that's
existing.
true.
I'm just not
So-
like close with him.
So you see just in front of you, this in a puff of shadowy butterflies to the sky, and then it falls back down. And in the weirdest Cinderella transformation, your ship captain is standing in front of you.
Do you demonstrate anyone else, or is he the only? You just turn into him.
I can turn into whoever.
I'm asking Adora in this moment. Is that all you do?
For now, you can. I mean, if the conversation could
No,
continue.
I think Odd would just assume that's the power. Like, can turn into.
Great. No, I mean, if nobody brings it up, then that's.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, looking like a good list of pros here. Except for no punching, I think
Which is a pretty big con.
Well, it's not weighted at this point, so let's just go
Punching
by.
never stops being an option.
That's true.
That is very
But
true.
there's always a potential for
Very,
punching.
very true.
Kendall, I assume you're in favor of the sneak plan.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to call it. Let's put it to a vote. All in favor of the sneaks? Aye.
I guess.
You see a pair of Jenkins' hands like hold up their hand.
Thank you, Jenkins, for your support. You guys have it. All right. So I'm going to pass it on to not me for the tactile portion.
Ah,
So
yeah.
the tactile for like
Not.
getting
Oh
in there
no,
and
not
feeling
me.
it.
For
I
the
think we must-
tactile
I
portion.
think we forgot to bring not me. Not me's not on the ship.
And also not you.
What do you think? Should
Not
we
me?
do the?
Oh.
Should you all be my prisoners, or should I pretend like you're also like elves who are betraying the rest of the elves, or how do you want to approach that?
I am really good at looking pitiful, so that sounds like a good plan to me.
That is not a good thing to be.
I mean, we all have skills.
It has its uses.
I think it's a very useful skill, personally.
You are thinking back on your last experience with Celastrina, and you remember feeling an intense amount of pity towards Celastrina. She was concentrating on how pitiful
No,
she
it's
was
because I
for a
cast the
minute.
spell Pitifulness in the first
Oh.
fight. Pitifulness is a good spell, honestly.
It is a good spell.
I don't have it anymore, but it's a good spell.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace, pitifulness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you want to approach this? So you sort of see, you don't see ships anchored around the outs. You see two ships as you're sort of taking this loop around from out, like just in eye shot. You see a couple of ships anchored maybe about a quarter of a mile away. And you see that there's kind of like jagged rocks around it. And as you start to circumnavigate, you see kind of like an entrance that's large enough for one of those giant ships to make their way in.
As we're circling, I'd like to kind of use my knowledge of tropical island animal habitat to look for like trails up the cliffs that look like they're like animal trails that we could maybe traverse.
So you spend a couple minutes looking at the rocks, and there are like seabirds in this area. Maybe there's some gulls, but there is not like
There's no mountain goat
hanging
population on this island.
Not a strong
No?
mountain goat population. It turns
Fair.
out.
Fair.
Sort of like a gray, jagged fortress rock,
Mhm.
more
Type
than
of-
like
Then goat.
Van Gogh. Oh my gosh, he had a keen hoof for art.
Hey.
I think at this point, if we're going to go with the fake prisoner plan, our best bet is going to be to waltz in as though we are expected.
Okay.
If I just walk in like I own the place with such confidence, they won't doubt me. They'll be like, "Who are you?" And I'll be like, "You don't know me." And then they'll be like, "Oh, sorry."
Well, you could always go in the janitor route, you know. You wear a jumpsuit, you come in with
Yeah.
some tools.
Construction work. I have gotten into a
Yep.
lot of places.
Yeah, I did that.
pretending to be a
Yeah,
construction worker.
Some-
that's a classic.
I do have
Yeah.
some doubts that they would have a ton of elves working as janitors at this military base where they're going to wage
Janitors
war
We
against
are
also
known for our
classic.
craftsmanship, you know? You can't get better than
Well,
I can't
you know
say
what?
me and
You're-
You're
craftsmanship ever
completely
got along.
correct. They did try to take over the Mithril Isles, or at least get them as an ally specifically for their help with craftsmanship. So
that's
you've
true.
got a point
I do
there.
like
I think that the prisoner route is probably the best one. So
Then let's just go in the front door and get some fake shackles on the three of you, and keep going. Can you tell me everything I need to know as quickly as you can about your history with this guy and what he's like? The good news is it's probably true that none of the people here have ever actually met him in person, but that doesn't mean that
Okay.
a few extra
Quick
details will make
summary.
the difference.
He was our captain, and then he was a birdman, and then
I'm sorry, he was a what?
and it turns out he's a dragon sympathizer. So
I would not say he's a dragon.
I mean, no, not a
sympathizer.
dragon. He's
I would say
a
he's a dragon
You've
slave.
You've lost me.
You're the
That's
dragon
okay.
sympathizer
he's a
here, if
Georgia.
anyone
Turns out he's a
is.
Georgia sympathizer.
He's a what sympathizer?
Georgia sympathizer.
Yeah. I would say he's
You
a
know, he
dragon
seemed like such a
slaver.
solid guy. You never know. And then one day it's just like, bam.
Yes, so we never saw him turn
Okay,
into a
Lord.
birdman, so I don't know, but definitely traitor, definitely using the elves for whatever resources they can.
So you saw him. You told me at one point that you saw him at that party. Did you get a feel for how he acts around the people who like weren't you? Because it may be that he put on a mask while he was your captain.
He was acting like somebody who was trying to get business connections.
I think I can work with that.
He was trying to make connections at the party. Probably because he wanted whatever resources Mr. Elias could offer.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we're on a time crunch. So
He basically told the guards there that he was there to help, and that was why he was offering the giant services. So he definitely can do that thing where he pretends he's helpful but is not really.
Mm-hmm. He was very charismatic.
That seems to be his approach. Is
Well,
I'm going to be helpful, but no, not really helpful. Just helpful enough for me.
I'll add the perfect amount of slime to the performance.
And how's your giant? You speak a lot of giant these days, Celastrina?
I brushed up on all the basics I could on the way here, but it's not the best, unfortunately.
Kendall,
Any
don't you speak
message?
giant?
I didn't have a mechanical option to speak giant, other than like making that a whole
Kendall, don't you
Can you
selection.
message?
What? Sorry.
Can you message?
Oh.
Are you asking?
Yes, I'm asking. Can you message?
I don't know how to do that, unfortunately.
That would have been very useful. I can
Have
speak
it?
giant.
Have you ever tried
All
ventriloquism?
right. Well, in that case,
Oh boy.
you're a high elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the two of us then will go together. They'll recognize me, and you can do most of the talking, and these two will be the prisoners. I can't really
Okay.
think of any way
sounds
else
fine
we'll
to
be
me.
able to make this work.
All right. Make a. Does anyone have proficiency with the disguise kit?
I do, I think. No, I think I'm thieves' tools.
All right. Cool. So
Let me
we
double
will
check.
just try a group deception check.
Features.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we don't have to do that much disguising.
Oh, I am.
I guess for the prisoner.
I
part,
am
yeah.
proficient in disguise.
All right. So
Nice.
with it, make the group deception check with advantage.
So
Hey,
we should all
work.
roll then.
We all rolling?
Everybody rolls a deception check.
Nice.
I was expecting performance. I was so ready to go.
That's a 20. That's a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
A 20 total.
20 nat.
Ooh, nice.
Alrighty.
my.
Yeah,
I got a
what's
20.
your- and 21. 20.
20 total for me.
You are muted, Scarlet. Scarlet.
Hey.
Hashtag muted and beautiful. What
Thank
was
you.
that, Raylan? What did you get?
A 9.
9. Okay.
Molly, would you put me on the map so that I can?
So with my bonus, Molly, it's a 22, but it wasn't nat 20.
Boop. Thank you. Okay. 18.
Okie dokie. So you get you fashion some rope manacles that kind of that will with
Trick
advantage.
knots.
It was a 9.
Yeah, I got an 8 and a 3 on the die.
Oh no!
All right, I'll hang on. Tell me about this. How do you fashion this? What are you doing with your ship to fake manacles?
The ship. Trick knots. Trick knots will give us manacles.
Trick knots.
Yes.
Okay. That I'm gonna accept that those two words glued together as like a perfect
We're
thing.
gonna tie knots that look like they're secure and unable to be opened, but that have like a way that you can pull them in particular that will just
Like a
get them
daisy
open.
chain.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like a-
Jenkins knows plenty of like trick knots. They're literally a sailor.
Yeah, he does.
It's true.
The-
Jenkins is a naughty magical being.
A naughty
Um,
magical guy.
You know, hey, they're Jenkins. So you
Since Raylan, what's your character's name? Sorry.
Llewellyn.
Since Llewellyn has proficiency with a disguise kit and rolled like shit, and I don't, but rolled well, can I be helping?
No, yeah,
I
it's
already
fine.
had
It's a group
I mean,
check.
I already got advantage
It's a
on the
group
roll
check.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all teamwork.
Okay.
Teamwork makes.
I'm
the
not
dream work.
I'm not an actor, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Neither am
That's why
I.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm a performer,
So-
not an actor.
That
You
thing
s-
you should consider.
You start making your way into this entryway. You're coming south. You kind of have navigated your way around. Actually, sorry, you'd be coming in from the east, and then you see a little entryway in the side of the rock. And let me put you on the map.
We're gonna have to. Okay. We're gonna have to.
What's up?
Celastrina is talking to Kendall. We're gonna have to do this right. It's gonna be tricky, but I'll play the haughty, thinks he's better than everyone around him, Mbaptra, so that there's an excuse for why I'm not doing most of the talking, and you'll have to speak in a way that is, suggestive with lots of very simple, basic words that I might recognize, so that I can follow what's going on.
So that's fine. I can, if you like, I can sort of double talk where I say something in giant and then cuss it in Elvish,
Something like that could work. To be honest, I wouldn't put it out of the. If they don't know this guy, then as far as they don't, he doesn't necessarily speak giant. Maybe he's just got a translator with him all the time.
This might be normal for him.
It might be normal for him.
We don't know how well they know him.
Exactly,
If
and
they
we're gonna
know
have
him.
to take a risk in this case.
All right. So you pull in, and anything else you want to discuss before we get
Oh, yeah.
stuck in?
Let's get our story straight.
Oh.
I think we should stick as close as we can to the truth. Is this ship? If anything, the giants know about the two of you and this ship, and they probably know about some of the stuff that went down where we just came from, right?
Different ship.
But this is the ship that they like. Okay, but
This is
like
a brand new
I know-
Mitchell Isle ship.
Isles.
oh, this isn't. I thought this was the ship that they built on with the help. Okay, this is a different ship. Okay, cool.
Different ship.
Well,
The
so,
friendship.
we can pass Llewellyn off as somebody else who was part of your crew. We'll say that we stole the ship from the former crewmates of my former crewmates, and we can say that we barely escaped after what happened on the island, and we'll tell them what happened on the island.
I'll
Maybe we
jump
can
in and he goes, I'll be the former captain, arg!
we can take credit for destroying the records that giant destroyed that we tried to stop, and maybe that will ingratiate us even more towards them.
Okay, I can roll with that. Odd.
Yar!
Permission for physical roleplay during this?
You're asking on?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Permission granted.
I want to really get it.
Yeah, I would do anything to be a better super spy.
True. Ultimate super spy.
Consent
I'm
is
taking
important.
notes.
Consent is important.
Always.
Anything else that you want to discuss before you start to pull in?
We can
Do
go
we
over
have
a
an
few more
exit?
details. Just we don't have to talk about them in person, but our characters can go over a few more details on the specifics, so we have our stories
Okay,
straight together.
so we're laying out the flashback moment. The blades in the dark take 1 point of exhaustion. All right.
Do we have an exit strategy? Or we're just gonna... Okay, so
Run back
fail.
to the boat and
The
jump
classic
on the boat
scatter
and sail away.
maneuver.
Should we? Okay, while we're here, is there any? Okay, are we yet? Have we gone into the bay yet, or are we still outside of the fortress?
We'll say that while you're having this conversation, you're outside of the fortress.
Okay, yeah. If there's nobody in the bay, we could theoretically maybe sabotage their ships or leave somebody behind to watch the ship and do that, or something like that, or we could just go in.
Okay.
Llewellyn could stay behind if he wanted, since he's not somebody that the Giants will have heard of from
I
hearing
don't
stories
like
from
the idea of leaving
Mbaptra.
someone behind. These people are very brutal.
Have you ever destroyed a ship?
So am I. I could destroy. I haven't
don't
destroyed a
need to
ship, but I can add it to my
destroy-
list.
Destroying is a strong word. We need to disable the ships in a way that will
Isn't
hopefully
that
not
like-
be noticed until it's time to sail them.
Okay,
So destroy light.
Like destroy with purpose.
Well, subtly, you can cut lines. I mean, look, you two are the sailors. You can tell him exactly the best way to do this, but
We are not. That is inaccurate.
I thought that you sailed for your
We did sail. We have sailed.
We did.
for a long
At
time.
a certain point, we did sail.
Just because you stand on a boat, I don't think that makes you a sailor.
All right. Well,
That is correct, yes.
this is
Let's
all.
have
This is all
Jenkins help
moot.
us
And
with all the nods.
if there's anybody in the harbor, this is all moot. So may as well go take a look.
Would Jenkins have that information, Molly? If we bring the little gem along, can we pull him out when we get to the ships and have him direct us as to the best way to disable them?
No.
No.
No, outside of the ship, it's a free cast of Unseen Servant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jenkins has become a little friend in my heart.
A little friend
Jenkins
in
is a
your
little
heart.
friend.
He is. Okay. Let's do it then.
All right.
So am I punching anything, or are we? We might not punching ships.
Your hands are currently tied,
Yeah, all right.
and your feet are currently also tied.
Great.
And then Odysseys are as well. Okay.
I was imagining that they would not have their feet tied, so that they can.
They would just have their hands tied.
Them. They can.
We
Yeah, I
can
mean,
force them to
we
walk.
can force them to walk, so that we don't have to carry them.
No, I think I want to be carried. I'm gonna make that your
Well,
problem.
that's
I
great for you,
don't
Llewellyn.
think
Do
we
you
can
have
do
an
that
idea?
strength
No.
check.
Do you have anybody who's going to do that for you? You're the only strong one here.
So you know
Wait,
what?
no, I'm
strong.
Kendall would try to tie them so that they're tied together. So like chain gang style, where one is tied to the next. So that they're walking and they're together, and only one person has to hold on to them. That way, whoever isn't holding on to them has free hands.
So
Then I'll do that, and I'll just be walking like this, like I'm above handling
And
prisoners
Kendall will hold on to
personally.
them and just be like, "Come on."
all right. So the brutal tide that strove to drive you into the jagged rocks all around the perimeter finally gives way to the relative quiet interior of the cavern. Tremendous pillars of rock and mortar reach 80 feet into the air above you. Half of the rock seems to have been hollowed out to use as a small shipyard, while the other half has a few candles flickering in arrow loops. And you pull in and you have these two ramshackle docks on either side of you, and you see some movement through one of the arrow slits, kind of someone leaning over a desk, a giant, a huge creature. What would you like to do? Just start moving?
Yeah, well, let's dock. Let's act like everything's normal. And
Yeah, let's talk.
Alrighty, you dock it up. You hop off. You tie off the ship. Do you pluck Jenkins?
Yeah, we'll bring him. Might as well.
well, we want to be able to jump in onto the ship.
Oh, that's fair. If we
And
leave him, he can man everything though for us, right? And be ready. That's better
Right.
use of Jenkins. Yeah.
All right, so you'll do that. So you start to make your way off and into the onto. You can all see, correct?
Mhm.
Great.
Right, wait, do you want the audience to see?
Yes, please.
All right, now they can see too.
Yay. So
Pod upside down.
so this huge creature
I
will start to walk out the pier and say, in giant, this big kind of scraggly brown and gray beard, stands about 15, 20 feet tall, and he'll say, Who are you?
Molly, can I, in speaking giant, would you think I'd still have Kendall's accent? Would Kendall still have his accent, do you think?
Depends on how studied he is a giant.
He's got an elvish accent.
I would like to try to get as close to this guy's accent as I can, like try to mimic it.
Okay.
And go Mbaptra and some prisoners.
What, he doesn't know who I am?
Odd's just going to be in the background in common going, This is my ship and I demand to speak to the leader of this island!
Shut up!
And you'll see this. Mbaptra, you were supposed to be with Srivnar. Where? Srivnar.
So how do you want to, like, if we're having, like, a translator, like, do you want me to be, like, do you want to go through all the translation every time, or do you want to, like, should I just converse?
So Kendall is going to turn to Mbaptra and go, he wants to know where Srivnar is.
Well, you can tell him what happened to that scrub. We were supposed to be with Srivnar. That would sure have been nice if he was competent in his job.
Some stuff happened at the Mithril Isles. We can get into it more later. Point is, we got away. And we didn't leave any evidence.
Okay. Well,
And then I relay that in common to you.
I'll let Tekokaru know you're here.
Yeah, you do that.
Good.
Oh, okay. And you see this
Fucking
creature.
guy, meanwhile, not getting paid enough to be doing this shit right now.
What?
Minimum.
It's just like, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's like big mood.
He leans out of the window, and you see him kind of tug twice on a rope. A basket drops down, and he puts some rocks and some bric-a-brac, and then a slip of paper and some rocks and some bric-a-brac, and then he tugs on the rope again, and the basket goes back up.
Well, let's
And then he said, then he'll come back out. Do you follow him in when he does this, or do you stand on the boat?
We leave. We go. Let's go.
Okay, go
Yeah.
on the ship.
Gonna tug on the rope that I'm pulling them along with, like, extra hard.
Odd is gonna really ham it up.
All right, Odd stumbling forward.
I've got delicate wrists!
To aid in the hamming it up, Llewellyn will give a little bit of resistance, not too much, because he knows if he does, he actually will stop this whole performance, but just enough.
All right.
Should I
So-
click on this door to follow the giant in?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yep. And so, this kind of this salt smell that's been filling your nose for the past few days in the rain-beaten ship gives way to the smell of moldy, wet rope and fish sitting in barrels out of water as this kind of horrible blend overwhelms your senses. You look around at tables about as tall as you are. On top of these tools, you see a scattering of butchery tools, what seems to be a stack of iron ingots in front of a dumbwaiter. And you see that this giant is just kind of, it has a big workstation with like woodworking equipment to like fix ships and whatever it might be. It's what you might see Aelin with at any given time.
It is occurring to Celastrina that we don't really have a clear goal here. We're infiltrating, sure, but are we gonna blow up the place? Are we, And so she's just having that thought.
Sabotage? ?
We came for information gathering mainly, but we could sabotage while we're here.
Well, information gathering, but we don't want when the Dragon Rider comes back, we don't want them to be able to leave again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't the point to like
ambush them?
Yeah.
The point was kind of to figure out if we could, I think.
All right,
Okay.
Let's do this. So, tell them we need to
over to his
rest.
work desk.
We've got prisoners that we can take to wherever they go. Direct us that way, and then to wherever my quarters are going to be. Oh God, I don't even remember if I've been here before, but it's been a while. If so.
So there are folks that Kendall can talk to, some giant folks. I mean, you mentioned that the one
It's
guy.
just the one guy in this area.
Okay. So Kendall's going to go, hey, do you know where Mbatra's room is?
No room.
No room?
Bunks upstairs.
Bunks upstairs.
Oh,
You'll hear it and smell it before you see it.
Ew.
great.
All right, what am I doing with these guys?
2 floors up.
All right,
Well, let's go.
come on. You're going up some stairs, Tug.
All right. So you get yanked all the way up to a another zigging when I expected a zag. I don't know why I expect zigging at this point. Let me get you.
What
all
was
on
the
this.
zig here?
Yeah.
I'm
Or what was the zag here?
I'm completely baffled. I just
What did
I
you
don't know.
expect of us, Molly?
I don't know. I don't know what I expect of you. I'm constantly surprised, and I love it.
I have to be 3 voices today. I have to be myself, I have to be Celastrina, and then I have to be Celastrina trying to be Mbaptra. So I'm very all over the place.
Congrats, your character's LARPing now.
How many levels deep am I going to be?
Transcended.
Was it Mbaptra a shapeshifter?
We
In the
believe
end?
so.
Was that a thing?
Odyssey is very convinced.
He
We've never
remember
seen it.
way back when we found those like bird footprints.
I remember.
Yeah. Odd really believes.
That's Mbaptra.
Yeah.
All right.
Should I just wait until like the series is like over, like the campaign is like ended, and then explain how that happened?
I mean,
should I just never explain how that happened?
You can,
Definitely the first one.
Odd will continue.
if we have a campaign finale, you have to tell the audience then, or like you can,
Okay.
what? You can have it be a patron exclusive.
What was up with the footprints? a 10-minute Molly intense breakdown.
deep dive.
It could be a Q&A, like they do for the Adventure Zone, or Adventuring Party, or whatever Critical Role does. I don't know.
What is it? Talking Rolls? No, that's Talking Dead.
The Talking Dead, yeah.
the dank quarters of the dockyard storage give way to a well-lit foyer filled with tables. The dried fish smell blends with the smell of stale ale and creates a familiar scent for those of you accustomed to maritime life. You can hear loud snoring at the other end of the hall. You see, as you make your way through the hall, a part of this hallway has had an artificial wall built around it as though they were trying to wall something off. And you smell this giant before you see them. But a giant is hard at work in front of a stove as the smell of fried fish replaces that of the drying fish downstairs. And between this and the stale ale smell, this is definitely the warmest you've been since you left Tevra'a over a week ago. You look up to, and then let you get along. And so there's a giant there, just a little guy, still big, but he's just got like a baby beard,
Where is the giant?
You have to come way further west to see. I'm like, I don't know how far I
didn't
should be
know
going.
where
I
to
don't want
move my mini.
spoil.
Yeah, I was having the same
Sorry.
concern. Was I didn't know where to move myself. There we go.
So you're making your way along. Celastrina and Llewellyn, as you arrive, you see a large, like a ladder whose rungs are like just spaced far enough apart that you could conceivably climb them, but every single one would be uncomfortable. And you look towards the top, and Kendall, as you look up at it, it says in a huge blocky giant letters, no rune, no root. And you look at the giant sitting at the over the stove frying the fish, and they have a big necklace with one of those like axes with the moon through it, or the sword with the sun through it.
We have one of those, right?
Yeah, I think we do. I think we have several, actually. I think we have two, in fact.
Okay, and then they'll turn around and say, and as this is going on, you'll also hear above you, you hear really loud yelling and giant, and the echoes of like a fist crunching into the ground, and it sounds like there's a big scuffle going on upstairs.
So,
And
fun
then
fact, we
sorry.
actually have, no, it's okay, we actually have Herbalar's amulet. We have the pendant that we stole
Okay,
from Herbalar.
so I'll wear that then.
We're really going to give you that.
Makes sense that we would have had you wear it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good way to use that resource that you acquired earlier by saying like, oh yeah, and we talk about other things. And so you put the amulet on him.
It makes sense.
That's so good thing we did.
I mean,
That we
even
thought
if we
about
don't,
in that moment.
it wouldn't be the end of the world if we had to be like, oh shit, where's my amulet? And then like, you had it on you.
Totally pass it to him.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. That's helping to
Yeah.
contribute to the image. So are we one floor up currently? We went up a single flight of stairs.
You went up one flight of
So-
stairs. You see the ladder going up to this trapdoor that says no rune, no root.
No rune, like
And you
root, like
see
ROUTE.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
And this giant will turn around and say, what are you doing here?
we're
Well,
putting these two
that's
away.
what we're doing here. And what does it look like, buddy? We're bringing these prisoners upstairs. They told me 2 floors up.
Oh. All right. Well, they're fighting up there. Be careful.
Why?
Thank you.
Why are they fighting?
And you see he'll just turn back, and as you kind of see kind of in this darker candlelight, you'll see the flash of like an inlaid gem into this giant's face. That seems to flash with the light for a second, and then he turns back and starts frying his fish again. And he just points to the ladder.
Well, What else can we do?
Kendall's going to point to the ladder and go, "Get on up!" in common, and then he's gonna like look at you and face his back to the giants while he says it, and then go, "I have no idea how you guys are gonna get up here.
I feel like Ross and Llewellyn share like a very particular look.
Well, Llewellyn's like, "Ah, hell yeah!" Like this look of "Ah, hell yeah," but an Elvin's gonna be like, "Kiss
An
it," and
agreement
then
just
start
made.
climbing up the ladder.
Coordination is required.
It's actually I climb, and then because you're on the rope, you just dangle up.
Just slowly being pulled up.
That's right. You get up there.
So
Don't make me come back down there.
the group struggles, but you see the amulet that Mbaptra had been wearing does seem to whir into some magical energy on the way up, and it clicks open and the door swings up. You feel the floor shaking, and you hear this yelling in Giant start to go on louder and louder the higher you get up. So you're grabbing onto this ladder and it's shaking. It seems to be like you hear the sound of footsteps go one way, and then there's like it really starts to shake, and then you hear pounding footsteps coming the other way. And this ladder is just vibrating.
I don't like this. Arg, mages, arg.
What are they saying?
Stop.
What are they saying in Giant?
Kendall tries to listen in to figure out what they're saying.
Make a perception check.
Actually, wait. Kendall doesn't just try to listen in. Kendall casts a cantrip. On...
So you've swung this open.
Hmm?
So you've swung the door open. Where are you going to cast it? You're kind of looking up, and you see this gray. You see
the ladder, right?
Yeah, you're on the ladder, and you see above you this thick gray wall in front of you.
And where's the voice coming from?
Up and to the right.
I'm excited.
I have to see it. I have to see the point in range.
Yeah, but you can see it. You can see one point up, and then from there you'll be able to see over.
I'm not understanding.
So like if you
casting.
If you cast in like to the wall above you, which is down the hall, from up there you would be able to see what is happening to the right. So you don't need to see where you're trying to see. You need to see the source where you'll be looking from to see what you want to see.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I suppose it's fair. Okay. Then that's what I'll do. I will cast to that point. And
what are you casting?
Eavesdropping.
Cool.
It's a
eavesdropping allows you to hear.
Nope, it's both.
What? Yeah, it's seeing and hearing as if you were at the chosen point, and you're otherwise blind and deafened in regard to your own senses.
I'm gonna kibosh the chain casting of.
I don't think I'm chain casting.
Casting it, okay, using like doing it to one point and then using it to see another point and then going there because it could be infinite.
No, what I'm saying is that if
the way eavesdropping works is when you cast the spell, you choose a point you can see within range. And then for the duration, you see and hear as if you were at that point, and are blind and deafened in regard to your senses for where your body actually is. So, for example, you could the best example I can think of would be to basically put yourself at the end of a hallway so that you can look around the corner without actually being around the corner. Right. So you would be able to see and hear as if you were at that point. It wouldn't be a past.
so you point and you look up to the next room up, and you see a lot of wider set arrow loops with cannons sitting in front of them. These massive giant cannons. And they're kind of it's a big rectangular room, and from where you kind of put your point of view, you can see that there is like a very heavily reinforced door, and then an open entryway, and the voices seem to be coming from there.
So they're coming from the open entryway?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything that Kendall can make out from what they're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So, give me 1 second. This is gonna give me some. Gonna take me a second here. You will hear. You will hear this more hissing giant tone. And you hear this voice say, "We killed him because he was not faithful to Hirja. The old ways are gone. She is our future. The vision is our future." And you'll hear another say, What does enslaving dragons have to do with our future? What does any of this have to do with giant kind getting a seat at the table? How big a seat is Vermeret the seed that Hirja needs? And you hear another one say, "Be careful. Be careful, Bjarnfrau. Your clan was defeated. You are part of us now." And that's the little snippet that you will hear.
What was that guy? Oh, I didn't hear it. Will you relay this to us at some point, Kendall?
Yes.
Can I just have his name so I can write it down, Molly?
Bjarnfrao.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then after hearing that snippet, Kendall's going to release the cantrip because he kind of still needs to know where he's going, and doesn't want to be blind and deaf too long. And going to try to go up the ladder after the prisoners. Can't leave the prisoners alone.
Seems safe enough. We can go up there.
All right, cool. So let me get you on the map. Oh, that's Kendall the cleric, not Kendall.
Yeah, Kendall's not a cleric anymore.
Spoilers. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
So you are in this room that is a massive hall with 4 large cannons on the eastern and western walls, as well as 2 on the southern wall. You see a very thick stone door with kind of markings that are reminiscent of what a prison should be.
Sure.
In Giant, and the other door, it seems to be is kind of a wide open, wide set entryway.
Are the keys obviously around somewhere?
No.
Why would that happen?
And there's another ladder going up, and you see another kind of runic aegis on that door, and that one will say is that what I actually wrote?
Restroom. I really hope it's restroom.
Hell yeah, it is. Cannon fodder not permitted. Is what I wrote. So yeah. And that's what it says up there.
Well, what do we do now?
Where is it saying that?
Odd qualifies as canon.
Do we need a door open?
To go upstairs, it says cannon fodder not permitted.
So I'm sorry. Where's the giant fight club happening? Where's the screaming?
Giant fight club.
To the right as we're looking at the map.
Through that
Okay, but
open.
it's from where we're on.
Yep, the wide open doorway. And so as you're coming up here, Kendall, you're making your way to the top, and you'll hear another. Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thing. I feel like I interrupted you, Odyssey. My bad.
Oh no! I zoomed out on the map and I was like, I understand now.
All right,
Wicked. How that works.
I don't know why I have 2 Kendalls.
Yeah, there's 2 Kendalls.
I am also Kendall.
You're also Kendall.
I will be playing the part of Captain.
I'm Kendall. You're Kendall. They're Kendall.
We're all.
I'm Irbalar.
There's just 3 Kendalls, 1 Irbalar. That's the Concord Illuminati. Let's get after it. So
it's all Kendall all the time.
Oops, all Kendall.
All Kendall. Yeah.
First time I ever ran a one-shot, all my friends got together and they're like, let's mess with Molly. And they rolled up an all-rogue party.
Yep.
Amazing.
That sounds like it could be fun.
That does.
And it was all thieves, too.
Oh, God. I was like, they could have been different archetypes.
No.
And it's like, oh, okay, they can build a species.
I mean,
all
bring them to Waterdeep. Bring them to Waterdeep. They'll do well there.
Oh, heck. And so you'll hear echoing around the corner. He'll say, not one of the first 2 voices you hear. You'll hear a deeper voice say, What did summoning the god of blood to wreak havoc on Relgadau have to do with earning our place at the table of Grajwil? It does not make sense. Grongonder. And you hear says, how dare you speak that way, Ahirsha? You hear another voice echo across the room.
I sense a bit of an opportunity, but it might be, at this point, we have to figure out what to do. It sounds like, from what you're telling me, that some dissidents are outnumbering a voice that is representing the people who were really trying to sabotage. So I wonder if we could make some kind of play as Mbaptra and help them overthrow the leadership of this station enough to help the people at that island. I don't know if that would even help.
It sounds like there is only one voice that is being reasonable and is wondering what is going on. Oh, there's 2 voices.
I heard 2 voices.
Higher voice, lower voice.
Okay.
On
It sounds like
for one side, higher voice, lower voice for the other side.
Okay, it's 2 and 2.
Yarja?
Okay, got it.
From everyone else we have encountered so far from this group of giants, they've been fanatics for Hirja. But there are 2 voices that seem to think, what does this have to do with helping giants? And that's definitely something we can use, but it's also a way we can keep ourselves from being under suspicion. If we lean hard into, we're pro Hirja, you know?
That's true, but how useful is it to stay not under suspicion if we don't do anything about it? I mean, again, what's the plan here? Do we start killing the leadership? Do we start disabling their boats? I mean, in the end, they're able to assault those people because they can ride the dragon over. Should we try to blow up the buildings so there's nowhere for the dragon to sleep?
I think it would be good to figure out how to freeze the dragon or bring the dragon back with us. I know that is very amenable to what Odd wants.
But the dragon doesn't have a collar.
Their main advantage is the dragon. So if we can find some kind of way to make it not on their side anymore.
The dragon didn't have a collar, so that might be difficult. Now, the people did say that.
So you'll hear another thing echo around the side, and you'll hear one say, "We're not even taking orders from Hirja. Rakluanji is the only one making any calls at this station. Tekukaru hides in his chamber while Rakluanji runs the show."
So Rakluanji is running things. Tekokwar is not doing much of anything. And the people who are very pro Hirja don't seem very happy about that. They may be looking for leadership that will lead them down a path.
The people who are anti-Hirja are unhappy.
The people who are pro Hirja seem very unhappy that they're taking orders not directly from Hirja, but from somebody who is claiming to be a go-between.
Okay, so both factions have major complaints that they're lodging against each other. Is that what I'm hearing?
They both seem to think that the other one is in the wrong somehow, but they have different reasons for being upset.
I feel like
I've heard
we
that.
should talk to Bjarn Ferraro. The first one that you
Bjarn
heard that was a dissenter. Because it sounds like he's isolated in this group right now. He's only recently joined the group. His clan was defeated, from what you were saying, Kendall. I think he'd be an easy person to single out. And, potentially we can offer him work in the mines at the island we just came from.
It sounds like these people very much want to be in charge of their own destinies. That's why they're working with Hirja at all.
It sounds like all they want is a seat at the table, and we can help facilitate that if it's peaceful.
It also sounded like maybe they are against enslaving dragons, which is really the key in the short term.
I'm pro that. Yeah.
I don't think that they're against enslaving dragons from any kind of moralistic viewpoint. I think that they're seeing it as, why are we even doing this? This is a lot of work for what?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second, but what is the motivation for raiding those people anyway? It's religious, right? So
We
if
don't
can-
actually know why they're raiding.
Well, we know that they. No, we do, because they were given the opportunity to worship the Hirja, right?
Hirja, okay.
And then they
So maybe-
refused. So if we can make friends with the people who are in the anti-Hirja faction,
So why are we even doing this faction? Yeah.
yes, that might be our only chance. I wonder if there are any other prisoners here. If we're going to try to put you into the, or at least move forward with this ruse, then we'll be able to see, because we have to get in there somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you commit to the bid, I can try to get him out. I mean,
I can commit to the bit.
You are very committed, Odd.
And then
The
Odd goes,
The
arg.
question is, do we go in there now, or do we wait, continue with the ruse, and try to speak to those people alone once they're done with their conversation?
I think we should wait and try and wait until they're alone. I think that's a good idea.
So you actually, so the conversation starts to get more escalated as you see the two voices that were pro Herja, which you eventually come to find out are Grionaor, Grianor, and Granglander. They are getting progressively more and more insistent that Bjarnfarau and who I'm going to call Aegis, but the name is Skaldergander, as they kind of refuse to say that Herja is faultless or if Herja is not perfect. They seem to be getting more and more aggressive, and they're like, you should bend the knee or you will fall just like the rest of Clan Cleft and Pend did. That they're starting to get in their faces.
If this erupts into a fight, maybe that's our chance to walk in and help those people win the fight and get on their side.
I have an idea. What if you brought us up there and pulled the two guys that we want to talk to away, and we're like, you guys are supposed to help us with these prisoners?
So that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, along the lines anyway. So Kendall is going to pull the prisoners along and go, and in giant go, I don't have all day, let's go.
I don't appreciate being treated this way. I'm a captain.
Oh
You know
my
how many
gosh,
years
I
I went to school to become a
I
captain?
And
I've
like
been
with
awake
her
all
blonde
day.
hair, I'm so dead. It's just like bouncing. I'm not ready to
And
Okay.
and in Elvish, Kendall's gonna shoot back with like what sounds like some kind of insult based on his tone, but good job, God, keep it up.
I learned from the best.
I've
And
been awake since
so-
4 a.m. I want to take a trance, and I've been waiting this entire time, and we're just still waiting.
And so you'll see these two come around the corner, and they have inky. They have these like seriously like inky black eyes, and they both have some sort of stone inset in their face. And you see one kind of wipes blood along their brow, and the stone reacts and burns into a bright orange for just a second and then fades. And they say, "What?"
We have some prisoners.
Um,
Mbaptra got these prisoners.
what were the names again of the people who were the Hirja faction?
We can call them Grinder and Grand Gander.
That's not going to be
That's
confusing at all.
Sorry, so it's Grunar and Grand Gander are
Okay.
the two.
They told us to come and find. They told us to come and find Bjorn Farao and Gonder. Is that you? And then you can translate. We need to figure out which of the people these two are. So I named one from each faction.
So you have Grongonder is this person, and this other one will say, "Bear, get out here." And you see another giant kind of step out. They're similar. They're both Beirag. They both have the 4 arms. However, this one doesn't have all the cool facial jewelry. And then you see, and Bear will kind of bark at, or Bjorn Farao will bark at Grionar, and will say, "You better not touch him when I come. If he's dead when I come back, I will rip you limb from limb." And he points at he points at something in the other room. And then he says, "Yes, what?"
We need to get into detain. We need to put these people in a place where we don't have to keep track of them anymore.
We need to put the prisoners away where they
Fine.
won't go running.
And so he'll walk over, he'll keep walking, and he'll make his way to here. And the creepy Hirja buddy will take out a necklace and set it into the lock from the outside. And the big Beirag will give it a huge spin. And then this vault kind of swings open. And on the inside, you see a fully built 1-floor house. Like a human-sized 1-floor house inside of this. And there's like weird trees fallen over inside of this like area. And it's like there's like hay scattered around.
Oh,
Like
no.
it's like what a giant might think, like if they were building
This is like a hamster
enclosure,
yeah.
but for humans.
It sounded like a terrarium, and then you added the hay, and I was like, no, this is a terrarium.
Yep.
It's even got the front opening door. Awful.
One of those hamster water bottles.
And so now you see in, and he says, "All right, put him in there."
How many
All
people
right.
are in there already? What kind of prison is that?
In you go. And,
Why do you care?
Kendall shoves on.
Well, it looks pretty
I-
nice after what these two have done.
I think there's gonna be some genuine resistance from the one, 'cause it's like, oh fuck, I don't know if I can actually get out of this one. Oh no.
Um,
I'm attached to Llewellyn, so
In Elvish, again, sounding as best he can like an insult, but really not an insult. Like tone very insulting and angry. Kendall's gonna go. No, you gotta go. If you don't go in, it doesn't sell it. You gotta go in. We'll get you out later.
Iron Mage, I don't want to
I
go in there.
this is a good idea out of character, but we've kind of
I don't
put
feel
ourselves in this
comfortable
position.
with this situation anymore, Smagey.
Yeah, and Elvin, it's like, I don't think I'm good, but I ain't this good.
So you're Bjorn Farrow. My friends were telling me that you are a reliable one here. Maybe I could ask you a couple questions. I don't think I've been to this place before.
And Grangander will. I'm sorry. Grangander will say, "Just put the elves in the box.
Oh yes,
Let's get
that's right,
out
they
of
can
here.
go.
Let's close this."
Under my
I mean,
breath, I'm gonna be
after
like,
that.
okay, Llewellyn, we gotta go in there and we gotta look for other giant sympathizers.
All right, so you go in,
Oh my
and
God.
you're in this creepy ass house, and the door
Just like-
slams,
Ah!
and you hear.
I was like,
So
with the
what was-
hay?
What is the what is the plan?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the anti-hero person that starts with a B to stick around so that I can chat with them while the other person goes back over there. And I just realized that if we need to get these guys out later, we can say like, we'll need to question them later. And so then we'll have an excuse to get someone to let us in there when it's time.
Okay.
Our plan worked so good. We planned
Uh-huh.
to.
Or worst case scenario,
Everything's going
we know how to
great.
open the door. We can just like try to, I don't know. It's just me and Kendall, so
Just sneak back in, yeah.
I just need a crack in the wall. It's fine.
Yeah, well, here we
I'm
are.
like,
I mean, yeah, all you need is a crack. We can all teleport.
all I need is
other than Kendall.
yeah. I have Misty Step. All I need is a crack, and I can get you out with it too. All we need is a crack.
I also have Misty Step too.
Yeah.
So I think I want to see though, Molly. Is there?
Yeah,
Sorry, my cat does not want to not be on my lap right now.
we might as well go touring, I guess.
Yeah, is there anyone else? How big is this?
So
pretty
you
big.
are
That's
looking.
pretty
You are
big.
looking in front of you at
It's just between the Jurassic. So the Jurassic Park.
So yeah, so this will be. We'll kind of. I realize that the other two are not in here, but that's realistic to what's going on. So we're gonna keep this in show. So what you see in front of you, there are like trees uprooted and kind of like laid in there sideways. Just kind of like they've fallen over, and then you see in front of you like this big it's badly painted to be like gray and intimidating, but instead of actually being gray and intimidating, it just looks like bad. There's like bad line work, and there's just like gray streaks this way. It was like clearly painted by like a hobbyist that doesn't actually know how humans live. And it has this beautiful like pink front door that you could swing open, and in the windows are. Go ahead.
I said not all bad.
And there are beautiful little windows that have these like it's a very hard. It seems like glass or something, and then you see these very roughly curtains in front of it.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna like the rope. We're done with that bit now.
I want to see. Yeah, how big? Like how big does it go?
So you walk around the side, and it's about the size of a full one-story house. So you walk all the way around it. You circumnavigate it, and the walls are kind of solid stone on the outside. Pretty much all the way around.
And it's just a big circle.
They
It's
put
a
a
big
they
circle.
put a whole house in here.
I like the curtains though. That's a nice touch.
The door was nice. I mean,
And as you walk around, you see another couple uprooted trees tilted on their side. One is kind of jammed in there at a 3/4 angle and is like clearly dying from lack of sun.
they could have made the trees a little more tree-ish, I guess.
I think we
And
might
then
be the first humans who have ever inhabited this human
Elves.
habitation. Oh right, elves who have ever.
Sorry.
Yeah,
For
I
small
mean, there might be
folk.
some inside. I don't know.
And you saw at the front door there seems to only be one door in or out. And it's the front one.
Okay, are we the only ones in here?
That you haven't heard any other noise.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go look inside. Let's see how big this place is.
Did you go up and around?
Oh wow! Look at the carpet in here.
And so you come in, and it is like shaggily cut on one end, like poorly done with scissors or like with a knife. And it's like it's just like a strip of uneven carpet, and the pattern goes straight, and the cut goes on the slight diagonal. So it's like they cut it out of something and then rolled it out.
Oh god.
And you see the tiles on the floor are like way too big and like cracked in some places. And they just stop and start with new patterns every 15 or 20 feet as you go in. And you see down this hall a staircase to your left, a door to your left, a door to your right, and a door all the way in front of you. And you see Adora also on the screen.
Oh yeah. I think he's gonna kind of like glance around and just be like, "Is anybody home?"
Knock knock.
Eerie frickin' silence.
Odd. I have
I'm-
a hunch. I have a huge hunch that you're right.
So you poke in and you see a really strange bed. It is a wooden box filled with hay, and it has a like a tarp type material over the top. And then they just kind of put like they thought it looked like a pillowcase, so they just put like a bag of potatoes at the head of it, and they painted the bag of potatoes white.
It's like so sweet that they tried, but this is also awful.
Give me like very upsetting Pee-wee's Playhouse vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that we might be the first
It's
set
nice
of sad
to-
rats to live in here.
You know, it could have been like this could have been a worse situation. There's an effort. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely. This is nice, and this will be nice until they get more than like 20 people.
Uh-huh.
Then this will stop being nice and just be really, really awful.
Where are we supposed to go to the bathroom, man?
But yeah, we haven't found it yet.
And so you walk up to the top stair, and you just sort of your head just sort of hits roof. Like the stairway just wasn't finished, and they just
Wait.
closed
You know
the roof.
I totally forgot that you said this is a one-story house, and then I proceeded to try to go up the stairs. Perfectly in character of me. I feel like he tries to go, and he's just like,
like just like a nail right here, not in the head, but just to the side. Or it would be like a really big size. And as you look forward, the other room, there is another room that just seems to have like again just like really weird out of place tile with green roughly curtains, and then there's a kitchen which they have equipped with a wood stove that they took from somewhere. It has crumple marks on either side from where someone picked it up. There's a big bundle of hay. And you're getting the idea that they don't really
know what people
care
eat.
what elves eat or small folk eat, and there's just 2 big barrels of potatoes in there. Like half of them are spudding.
They have eyes.
I just want to say that most of my dinner tonight was potatoes, and I feel offended.
I also had potatoes for dinner
Oh
today.
wow, how lovely!
If you eat potatoes and milk, that is almost complete nutrition. That is actually how
I believe it.
Ireland became so
Mm.
populous, and that's what led to that
Scalloped
and
potatoes.
anyways.
I believe it. I just had leftovers from the garden harvest that I put together in a baking sheet pan so that they wouldn't go bad, and I could actually eat them before they started sputting.
What's up with this gnarly looking door room I just opened up?
And as so you swing this door open, and you push and you push, and because you are who you are, you go wham, and you push this door open, and there's just a mountain of wood and garbage and just like broken like poorly made chairs, like a chair with 2 legs and the third leg is bent off at an angle. Like it's where all the things that they wanted to put in the house but they accidentally broke, they just threw it into the back.
Oh, good. This
It's like-
became a lot smaller of an enclosure very quickly.
Like a junk drawer.
Yeah, but like half the house, it looks like.
We could probably use some of this stuff, though, right? Like, I mean, we could fashion some weapons out of all this stuff.
I don't need weapons.
Or, you know, all the weaponing that you and
You
I
have
do.
all your stuff.
Yeah, nothing was taken.
I probably should have like
brainstorming you,
ironed that
Halo.
one out first.
Like they,
We'll say that like Odyssey, like they
We
didn't like
certainly
run
didn't
your
think
pockets, but like you probably would only have like your hand crossbow on you because you could conceal that.
like why
Yeah,
like why would
literally.
they search them? We already took care of all that. There are
Right.
prisoners.
Right. So like if you could, I think you could reasonably conceal a hand crossbow. I'm not sure if you can like reasonably conceal like a pike.
That's all Odd needs. This is trusty.
Oh no, all my stuff.
All right. Well,
Ah.
let's work our way in here.
I feel like I really
Oh.
screwed the
Or is
situation.
it-
So cut. While this is going on, Mbaptra and Kendall, what are you up to?
So yeah, I'm just gonna be like, cool, thanks. Actually, what's the
Oh,
B name?
Bjornfrau.
Bjorn-
Uh,
Bjarnfrau?
Bjornfrau. 2 hours remain.
Okay. Yeah, I think my friend mentioned your name, Bjornfrau. Could actually before you can go back, but like, could I ask you a couple questions about this base? I don't think I've been here before, and yeah.
I'm just gonna
Fine.
try to cross my arms and be next to Mbaptra looking like an asshole.
Well, you have to translate too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be doing the translation, but otherwise, I don't have much. I know what to do with myself, so that's aside from translating.
Fine. What do you want to know? As you can tell, things aren't going great.
Did this work? Is the other person leaving?
Make a persuasion check.
I got a 12.
Okay, and so the other one looks you up and down and says, kind of, it's like very suspicious of you. Kind of is like, why are you here? Why are you not with a giant right now?
It's a 15
And
if it's
then-
deception.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah. So it will. He'll look you up and down, and he'll be like, and then he will walk on. And so you are left alone with Bjornfrau.
Yeah, I could tell that it wasn't going great. Honestly, it's the most annoying thing about working with these people. Like, we're trying to make a difference, and yet they just like insist on being this way.
Are you translating this faithfully?
Unless I butt in, just assume I'm translating faithfully and trying my best to look like a jerk otherwise.
So
I don't. What are we gonna? Okay.
I could mime it.
No, you're great.
Your name is literally the rebaptized. Didn't you betray your whole country for this?
I betrayed my whole country to make the world a better place, and they wouldn't even trust me for 5 seconds if I didn't devote myself completely to the new religion.
But you did.
What do you mean?
Devote yourself to the new religion.
I devoted myself to the cause, and as far as they know, I'm devoted to the. I don't know. Are we talking about action or belief here?
What cause?
Trying to make it so that the giants can actually live happy lives in Graduil instead of the way that they've been treated for the last hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You hear nothing through a solid stone wall, but you can feel what Odyssey would have said spiritually. A seabird flits up and just goes, "Meh!" and then flits out the arrow slit.
In Giant, Kendall is going to, obviously not translating, but go. I mean, I think Mbaptra thinks what we all think, right? That the elves and the humans have been in charge too long, and there are other folks who have stuff worth saying, worth hearing, that nobody's listening to. And if we have to go through these religious fanatics to make that happen, then I guess that's what we've got to do. It's just a little annoying that sometimes they let the fanaticism get in the way of everything else. And I'm going to say that in Elvish to Mbaptra, in common to Mbaptra, kind of like Giant and then common so that Mbaptra knows what I'm saying.
Okay, I was going to say... If we don't get that stone driven into our head and live with the visions in our eyes, there's targets on our back. They just killed one of my friends. Just killed.
Yeah.
And they think that's going to that's going to help the cause, killing more giants.
It's not like the...
It's been their strategy so far.
I know I'm not there, but Scarlet has a clarifying question. Does Bjarn Furrow not have a eye gem, a face gem?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just kind of scraggly. His forearms in the standard.
It's weird that they
forearm
make
position.
you guys do that, but they haven't made Mbaptra do that.
They wanted to.
It is strange that you're here without it.
Well, you know what? Mbaptra convinced him that he'd be more useful without it.
I mean,
So
yes,
he-
I can't very well
make a deception.
I can't
check.
very well infiltrate the
Wait,
the
is that
Mithril Isles.
Sure. Who's deceiving? Me?
Yeah, you.
All
You'd
right,
be more useful without it.
Okay. Wait, I'm rolling real dice.
Oh, can I
Make
assist
it
the
so
deception
fast.
because I have an idea of a way to make the story better?
Sure.
Yes.
I got a 17.
They wanted me to infiltrate in the Mithril Isles as another normal elf. If I had a giant stone in my face, I don't think that I would have been able to do a great job of that.
And sorry, was that a help action?
If that's good enough for
Yeah.
Molly, then yes, that's the
fine.
plan.
All right. Well, we are dealing with either a 17 or a 3. So I think I'm going to go for the 17
17
All right,
total or
so-
die roll?
total.
So
Nice.
he nods along and is like, okay. So like, yeah, they're annoying. Hirsha is annoying. Rakluanji is annoying. Tekukaru is annoying.
It
They're
doesn't
all
even
annoying.
sound like Rock Luanji and Tekukaru are even doing anything with Hirsha. Like, sounds like they're just telling everybody they're doing something with Hirsha. From what we overheard, I mean, not trying to be eavesdroppers or anything, but as we were walking up, we heard that Rock Luanji was just the only person who's even talking.
Cast the eavesdropping
And
spell,
he-
not trying to be eavesdroppers or anything.
And he looks at you and he says,
I mean, I didn't hear it while eavesdropping.
I know, I'm just...
he says, what do you know of Rakluanji?
Literally, what I just heard.
We've heard of Tekukaro, though.
I mean, I'm sure Mbaptra has heard of Tekukao.
Right, yes. We've heard that name before, right?
Yes.
What was the name? Can you refresh Adora's memory?
Absolutely. So Tekokaru, remember the eye on the wall behind the Srivnar and Mbaptra fight?
Yes.
Mhm.
That was referred to by Srivnar as Tekokaru. The voice kind of coming from the squelching eye said, "Earn your place, Srivnar."
Cool.
Yeah, Srivnar sure didn't earn his place with Tekukaro.
Yeah, I mean, and they just don't trust us to like be actually making a difference, and they just want to put those crystals in so they can use their amulets to control them. Am I right?
At this point, he's like looking at you and is like, "You said some crazy shit at this point. Like the person Rakluanji and mind control amulets," and he's starting to be like, I'm not sure that you understand the situation here."
Well, maybe I don't. Like I said, I only heard a little bit as I was coming up. I might not have gotten it all.
That's just what they told me about. Oh, or were they talking about the dragons? Maybe I got them confused. Well, anyway, whatever.
We were able to avoid the. We were able to avoid the jewels in our heads.
Is
I know
Scarlet-
that they do give visions of Hirsha, but I never had to experience it.
Is Scarlet gone?
Scarlet disconnected. Yeah.
I guess we can keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where to go from out of character. I don't know where to go from this point. We've made friends with this guy. Should we just like go back over there now?
I have an idea.
All right, I'll leave it to you.
Listen, our information could be wrong. We were able to avoid getting those jewels in our head, and there's only so much information they give you without it. So we've kind of had to cobble together what we could.
Okay. How does this help? How does this bring my friend back to life or keep me from befalling the same fate? Like,
Well, we gotta figure out. We gotta figure out a way Gotta figure out a way to get you to not have a jewel in your head. I mean, we figured out something for Mbaptra. Maybe we can figure out something for you.
My name carries some weight after all I've done. I'm not. These expressions are out of character.
We were able to get some giants onto the Mithril Isles. They didn't have any. Molly, they didn't have any jewels in their head, right? Because we would have noticed that. They didn't have any jewels in their heads. We were able to use them as sort of servants, as far as anybody else knew. We were able to keep the jewels out of their heads too.
Right. There's no jewels in the heads of Mbatra's division. Of course. I mean,
if you want to be working with us,
yeah.
Okay, let's say I want to work with you.
Okay.
Better than getting this mind control done and forgetting who I am.
Right.
Well, we just finished an operation, so we have additional elf-related operations to perform after what we did at the island Nilimananji.
Yeah.
At Nilimananji. I think that actually, actually, my next stop is is where the dragons are, because I've got useful information for those folks from my missions. So that's what we're doing.
You would go where Rakluanji's brother is? For every little bit of a sniveling little cuss that worm is. His brother is twice worse.
Twice as wormitude.
Well put. He's a conniving little shit, and his brother is too.
We have to do something about this base first, though, in order to make sure that you don't get gemmed.
Okay.
We can talk more now, but if you want, we can go back over there. I don't want your other friend getting hurt after your other friend did get hurt, right? You told them that you would hurt them if they were dead when you came back. So I know that I've taken a lot of your time, and if our goal right now is to keep giants alive who haven't been gemmed, then maybe going back over there.
This has been a very strange conversation.
You're telling me.
A very small person.
And
there's some things that small folk can offer.
And he says, yes,
like
not getting gems in your head.
Great.
Like infiltrating other small folk.
Yeah.
Great.
Which is what I've done so far.
Yeah, well, you were just saying it was a weird conversation with small folk. I'm telling you. Listen, you're thinking too hard into this. Go see if your friend's okay.
Yeah, we're here to help you.
So you have my back?
I've got your back, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can we get those guys?
What? Yeah.
You're gonna help us fight them?
You want to fight those guys?
They killed my friend, yes.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. We need it. You know what, though? Actually, I just realized that what would be really helpful is if we could use these prisoners as a distraction. If we could get in there.
They could get free by accident, and then everybody else would have to deal with them.
We could split them up and take them out one at a time.
That way they're not. That way it's not all eyes on us.
We needed to question them anyway.
Make a deception.
Deception is good.
Check.
Come on.
Can I help? Help action?
Yes, you're.
Okay.
Wait. Do you have? Yeah. What do you?
You have to have the skill to do the help action with that one. But yeah, you could use.
Remember, you also have.
Oh yeah. Wait, how does that work?
Cards. So you pick a number between 1 and 10, and then you get a bonus to your to your roll based on what I pull.
I rolled a 21 total on deception.
Great. Let's see. Oh wait, no, he can't. Literally could not beat that. So you pulled this off perfectly, and he says, "Okay, but that and so he turns around and he says, "All right, and he spins the lock back open."
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
you hear the other you hear the door swing open, and he says, "Okay, now's the time, I guess." and he sort of like stomps off into the other room, and just you immediately hear you hear screaming start up in the other room.
In Elvish, really quickly, you two hear Kendall's voice go, "Come on, we got a giant on our side. We got to get his back."
I am unbelievably stressed right now. This conversation has been like just the most like every little thing could go wrong, and we are barely making it out by the skin of our teeth. And I cannot believe that we've made it this far. Oh, you're back.
What did you?
You're back. Let me
what
put
did
your.
you-
Let me get you set up.
Llewellyn, get out here. We need you.
What did you do?
Long story, but those two guys, the two giants that were dissidents, we got their back. We're friends with them. Let's go fight.
You're gonna have to point to which ones those are when we get there.
Oh, we will. Yep, the ones without gems, easy.
Got it.
We are anti-giants with gems in their faces.
I was thinking maybe
okay.
the like because we have a mind control amulet with us. So I was like, maybe that mind control amulet works on the giants that have gems in their heads. It's a little bit of a long shot, but it's possible.
Oh,
If it works on dragons with gem collars.
That's
From the conversation we just had, I do not think it's mind control. I think it links them all to Hirsha.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it was like a ritual that bound them.
All right, so
Now let's go
Llewellyn,
fight.
where were you?
I don't want our only allies dying immediately. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're going.
All right, Odyssey, we'll say that you are more like here when you hear the news. So you hear the door open, you see this, and this guy will, let's see how much his speed is. 40 feet, so he will sprint. All right, he'll run over here, so everybody, we can have it. Would it make more sense just to get initiative going?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's close everyone in a bit because I hate.
Let's
Get everyone a little bit. Let's just say that you get everyone together.
Sure.
Maybe we had initiative.
Or wait.
We're like
It only
at the
takes like a
door
round or two to
fight?
have them dash over here. So like we wait like
Okay.
10 seconds and then we run over together.
Alrighty.
'Cause that's better. Yeah. Okay, let's just check in. So like how how did that go? How does everyone feel about that conversation?
I don't care either way.
Are we?
Yeah.
We all right? We made it through?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just work here.
Oh, also, the giants without the gems on their faces, they still think that we are Mbaptra and
Yeah, we haven't revealed our.
You're not friends with us.
So they still think I'm a pirate captain, do they?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So, Kendall, initiative.
Oh, initiative.
Oh, right. That's what we're doing.
Well, this D20 has been treating me well until now.
Aww.
Initiative. That's a 12. It's above average, slightly. If average is 10.
I got a 17. My special die has carried us this far.
Raylan.
I got a 14.
Oh, I'll activate my cloak of flies while I'm waiting for them to come over.
Odyssey.
10.
Damn.
Big roll.
Hugging that average.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So, top of the order here. You hear some screaming from the other room. You hear the smaller voice, which you keyed in on as Skaldergonder.
Can you actually just put the names in the Discord? I think that if I put them in front of me like on my computer, then it'll be a lot easier for me to refer to them.
It's very difficult to
Absolutely.
handle those giant names.
Skaldergonder.
I want to use their names.
little guy.
This is the non-gem that stayed behind. And there's a gem that came with us, and there's a non-gem that came with us, and a gem that stayed behind.
Yep.
Oh, so the other non-gem is Skelder Hoarder?
Skaldergander.
Bjorn.
Skelder Yonder?
Skaldergander, I think.
Skelder
There's
Gonder?
also Grandgander.
Skaldergander.
Molder Gonder?
Oh,
Skaldergander. And then there's Bjarnfarau and
He's a scald and he sings and he says poetry.
Grional.
Okay, wait, I wrote the wrong names down then because I have for the non-gems, Bjarnfarau is not a non-gem?
Bjarnfarau is a non-gem.
Yeah, okay. And then the other one I have written down is Grinder?
Grunder? I had Grunder.
As a non-gem? Yeah, I wrote Gander. So
Molly is hooking us up. There's two. There's a short G name and a long G name. Grionauer and Grongonder.
Neither of those are okay. Let's see.
What does entwinned mean?
Oh, so they both exist.
That is their. So that's just the translation. If you were to ask me what the name meant in Giant.
Oh, okay. That's what all of these names mean in Giant.
Grongonder means slippery.
Ooh.
The little guy means Gonder. Gron means slippery. Scalder means friend.
Little guy and big guy. The first. It's inconsistent, and I apologize. Just entwined and slippery are the two that are important there. So you will hear Skaldergander kind of in a screaming match with the other two. Celastrina, go ahead.
Yep. So I've got my thing up already. It's this giant that's on the screen is over there, right? Bjornfarau.
This giant.
Or was Bjornfarau waiting with us?
Bjornfarau? Yeah, Bjornfarau would just open the door, and then we went into initiative.
Right. Okay, so Bjornfarau hasn't left over to go over there yet.
No.
Okay, well, let's go.
So you just
I'm gonna just dash, yeah.
Okay.
All right, take your movement.
Okay. This is probably about that, I think. 6:12.
So Bjornfarau will also move over. Raylan, you're up.
All right.
Llewellyn, you're up. The door swings open.
I can move 60, so yeah, I'll just haul it.
Wicked.
Let's see. Make sure I do it.
I'm still coming down from the like stress and anxiety of that conversation. I'm so happy we did that, but also
This is like for the folks at home. Adora was like looking for like a nice easy session today.
Oh yeah.
And I poured on the social stress.
I signed up to be a party face. I need to be ready for the improv, and I am.
I tried to help.
Fun. You did help.
Master.
And so you'll hear more screaming.
All right, cool.
Kendall.
What?
Kendall, you're up.
I made a little thingy on accident, so that just lives there now.
Where even am I? All right.
You're over here.
I see me.
That just lives there now.
Yeah, I don't know how to I tried to get rid of it and I couldn't. And I was just like, that just lives there now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess dash action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, just because y'all needed to know about the mistake I almost made, these
Odyssey,
two were next to each other, and one of them almost went on my lips, and it was not this one.
It was the
It
glue
was
stick.
definitely about to be this one.
Incredible.
Listen though. All right. So I do a lot of glitter lip looks, and I unironically apply glue to my lips
Okay,
often.
fair enough.
That sounds terrifying.
I
does actually sound
Can you
terrifying.
imagine silence though? Can you imagine me with my lips glued shut? You imagine how great that would be?
No, that'd be bad.
Aw,
That
that
sounds
would be bad.
terrifying.
All right, Odyssey, I heard you ask something. What's up?
no, I just can't move for some reason.
Where are you?
Can't move.
I'm just trying to dash. I just want to dash my full 60 feet.
1,
towards-
2,
I don't know why I'm
3, 4, 5, 6,
Like-
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yep.
I don't know why. I cannot.
All right, cool. Yeah, I dashed you as far as you can get.
Thank you.
You will hear your guy will kind of rustle past all of you, and then you will hear more screaming in the next room. You're getting the sense that the fight is not going to break out. Do we just want to get everyone in position and then move into the fight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
that sounds good.
So this is you're gonna get here.
Why?
Arrange yourselves however you want to be.
We can be right outside maybe until I don't know, until they throw the first punch or something.
Okay. All right. And so
Kendall wants
things
maximum
will.
visibility.
What's up?
Kendall wants to be able to see what's going on.
I want them to not see me, so that's my plan.
I don't understand
Okay,
why
well then I'll.
I suddenly can't move.
I guess I could be here.
Oh,
I'm still kind of behind the giant.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Where would you like to be?
I'm putting myself sort of on the other side of the giant so I can see into the room, but the giant's in front of me.
I will be over like slightly to the right and down. One diagonal right and down of Kendall would be a good. I'd be able to see in there as well.
Is that it?
That's perfect.
All right. So we're waiting for Bjorn Farao to act first.
We'll tell him we got his back. We're right outside. And we'll jump in and as a surprise
bro.
once they take their first surprise shot.
All right, cool. And so this guy is going to round the corner and attempt to grapple the smaller giant in front of him. You make those rolls. It's giant on giant crime. This is going to be Molly plays D&D against herself because she put too many NPCs in this combat.
Oh, actually, I know you already are going, but can I have done one thing before we start?
Yes, you can.
I would like to bless. I'm going to use the bless. I'm going to do the blessing.
So you see Odyssey channels Chance the Rapper for a brief second and blesses everyone up.
I don't think I can do everybody. I think I can only do 3.
With a first level spell slot, that's true.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do I want to do Bjorn Furrow.
Oh, you want to get Bjorn Farao? Okay.
And then I'll do Kendall. And I'm gonna do Llewellyn just because we just went through this harrowing experience together. I'm sorry, Celastrina.
I'm vibing. I'm not, maybe.
All right, and so you see these forearms. They reach out and they grab on to this smaller giant. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, that costs an entire action. Great. And then it's just going to punch this thing. It grabs it, it puts it in the headlock, and then all 3 of its other arms are going to come up and try to clock this thing in the face. And it gets a D4 on everything?
Just attack rolls and saving throws.
Attack rolls, cool. That's 2 3s. We're beating an armor class of 13. Yep, those are going to hit. They're going to hit.
Voice.
That's where this is a sprightly fisting, I believe was the name of the painting in oh, that's a crit. Oh, hokey dokey.
Bjorn
Well, let's go Bjorn Farao. Come on now.
Wow.
Go off, King. So this is an insane amount of dice. So this creature runs forward, puts one of the gem giants in a headlock, and you just see this first punch just mushes this guy's like face up significantly, lands right on the gem, and the gem sort of caves the skull in a little bit. So let's get this done here. 2d6, that's 9 plus 12 is 21 plus 5 is 26. So that's already a quarter of this guy's life out. 79. And then 2 more hits. 2d6 plus 5, 9, 10, 19.
I've got a lot of arms.
Yeah, he's got 4 arms.
Oh yeah, are these guys all like him?
In this case, yes. Not all giants are male,
right?
But these ones are.
Yeah.
And you are looking out onto like a sports field in front of you. And let's see, this guy who just got his face beat in, is going to spin around, is going to kind of like knock this club out from his belt and just attempt to absolutely smash the person that's grappling his face in. So he's going to make his 2 attacks.
Grappling his face in.
And I think both will hit. This is Molly plays D&D with herself. Molly plays D&D with herself. She's having so much fun playing D&D with herself. 14, 17 plus 5 is 22.
You got this.
22 plus 10 is 32. Plus 6 is 38. Plus
Yeah, woo!
Oh no, Bjorn Frau.
43. Wow, Bjorn Frau takes a devastating couple of blows from this great club.
Bro.
And is suffering and is definitely bloodied. The other giant, the ungemmed, kind of will stay in range and will move to flank with his Bayrog friend. And we will roll some more dice.
What's the Bayrog friend?
Bjorn Frau.
Oh,
that's another crit. And that's another crit.
What?
Oh no.
3d8. That is 8 plus 2 is 10.
I miss when I could stop crits.
16.
I guess they do have advantage.
No, this is in your favor.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah. This is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now it's
3d8 is 24.
I can't see past this corner, so I'm just hearing everything.
I'm
and
gonna
it's
just move past and show the audience what it looks like in there.
This is nuts. I'm so sorry that this is occurring like this, but dice are dice.
No,
we're happy about this.
We set up the
We're
situation.
happy about this.
8 plus 24 is 32 plus 5 is 37. That's the first crit.
Woo! Bro.
Oh my god.
Crush it, bro.
No, this is Scaldergander.
Yeah.
Scaldergander's getting in there.
Oh, this is
Skondergander, yeah. All right, and
Yeah.
here's the other crit is 10, 11 plus 24 is 35 plus 5 is 40.
When I round
And
this
so
corner,
this guy,
damn.
You know?
so Bjorn Frau runs around the corner, grabs this guy, punch. His like this kind of the ink starts to dribble out of his of the wounds on his face, and then you see Skarngander run around the corner, grab his club, like knock the other Bayrog in the face with his elbow, and then bring this great club down twice. And this guy's head just rolls into the room that you all are in, and you're just like, and it's completely crushed in. It's like a squished grape, but somehow it's rolling. It's been hit so hard. Slippery has died.
Which one
That
is
is how you get one rounded.
Oh my god.
Coating the floor in blood.
Celastrina, you're up.
Cool. Which one is dead? The closer one or the further one?
Closer one.
Cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to use my Mark of Shadows, my Mark of Shadows to as a bonus action. So these are huge creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't pull this guy actually with my shadows, but I can make a bunch of butterflies show up and start like getting in his way and bothering
Okay.
him. Generally, giving him a 1d4 to subtract from any attack roll or ability check, and to really hammer that in, I will cast Fairy Fire just on a cube that includes him and not the other two. So Dex save.
That's also a nat 20.
Okay, well that didn't do anything. That's okay. I feel pretty comfortable right where I am. I think. So that's my turn.
Cool.
I'm helping.
Llewellyn.
Wow. Let's see. Well,
If you can move through this guy, he's our ally.
yeah. I gotta like zoom in. Let's see. 5, 10, let's see. I can move through, but the problem is then I can't make it all the way through without dashing.
Well, you could go over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Oh yeah. Wait.
I can't see, so I don't actually know if I can do that.
You could go just inside on the other side.
Okay, yeah, we'll go.
That's
We'll
exactly
do that then.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like touched things.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was like I've touched stuff and that was a mistake.
I'm pretty afraid of this guy, honestly. I mean, if they just deal 40 damage,
oh.
I guess that's a crit. But like a crit just kills any of us.
Yeah.
If they get 2 attacks a turn.
Oh, 40. I mean, yeah, if they get 2 attacks, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't do range, so that's it.
So instead of doing okay. Like, you want to take, like, the dodge action?
Oh, those all do exist. Usually this doesn't happen to me because I don't have a ranged weapon, and I didn't take one.
Well, you can. Do you have anything? You have proficiency with improvised weapons. You can just throw like anything at them.
I told
That
you we
is
should have gotten
pugilist
the
true.
trash room, Llewellyn. I told you.
I don't usually have to throw things.
There's like, I mean, like, you could just, like, pull something off of the fallen giant's body.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
huck it
yeah.
at them.
Yeah, we'll give a good chuck.
All
Let's go
right,
for
so make an attack roll with your strength.
This is a pugilist feature, by the way. Improvised weapons count as pugilist weapons, so that means that Llewellyn can treat them as a D8 and use his proficiency and everything, and get all of his other
16?
bonuses.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right.
So wait, you can make 2 attacks with pugilist weapons, so you can just huck crap at him.
Yep.
Yeah?
Oh my god, yes,
Sure
you can!
It's so funny. So that's gonna be
For-
8 bludgeoning
Okay.
for the first one, and then
a humble 8.
yeah, we'll throw more garbage. Let's see, that's gonna be an 18, so that'll hit. And then that's going to I rolled max that time, so that's me 9 bludgeoning. I'm gonna throw more garbage.
Sad that you can't use pressure against these guys because they're so huge.
It would be freaking hilarious. What is it? So I'm the trash man. I come in and I throw trash everywhere.
There's trash around the ring. Yeah.
Trash man.
Alright.
With that one, but like everybody wants a cosplay girlfriend and then they show your crafting room. I've never felt more attacked than by that meme.
It is actually targeted at you. I actually see people at
Specifically
tag.
me. I know,
Scarlet.
right?
Yeah. So this Bayrog, not being like super juiced about what's going on right now, is gonna attempt to grapple the dude in front of him. It's a 15.
Minus
that's
a D4?
7. Minus a D4. You're right.
The butterflies! They're getting in the way. Sorry. The butterflies, they're getting in the way.
What? Why are you sorry?
I spooked my cat.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the
so
apology.
that
to
would
the-
be
the
a
cat.
22 versus the our friend Skullgonder, who gets a 12. So yeah, they're grappled, and then they're gonna do their 3 punches. Okay, one's a nat 1, one's a 10, and one is another 10 plus 8. So the 2 out of the 3 will hit, and that'll be 24 bludgeoning damage. So this guy, he was already looking pretty bad, and he looks even worse, doubly as worse.
Wait, who does?
The Skullgonder, you're the smaller friend.
Oh, Scholargonder is not in a good spot. Also, I just remembered about Caterpillar, which they can't actually grapple these guys. They're too big. But I could go and make an attack to do D4 damage. But I can wait till next turn if that's better. I just forgot.
Okay, you want to just have your creeping caterpillar?
Just go over there and just make an attack.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I haven't explained this to the audience yet, right? So this is the spell Creeping Claw, which is also from the Thaumaturge book, I think. And it
Yes.
it allows you essentially to summon for 8 hours it's supposed to be like a little hand, but I figured the flavor would be good if it's like a little caterpillar that and it can make an attack or it can make a grapple attack, but the grapple attack only works against a medium or smaller. And it just does whatever that I want it to do. And I'm a warlock, so it's a first level spell, so I can cast it in the morning when I wake up, and then take a short rest immediately, and then have my spells back, and then just have a caterpillar just hanging out with me. But I have to use up a jar of which contains a brined caterpillar inside. That's what the jars are for. If the caterpillar dies, it's gone. That jar is gone. But if it survives, then I get to keep it. So that's why I have 12 in case the caterpillars keep dying. And I think that they are a lot more useful against smaller enemies because of the grapple actually makes an impact. But you know what? I can make an attack roll. Screw it.
Yeah.
I miss. Or well, unless it gets flanking with the other giant.
Does it have enough movement to get flanking?
Yeah, it's got 25. It's 25 movement, so it can move up to the other side.
From where? No. It has the Bayrog.
If it's
the one that you're attacking, the fire one.
Yeah. So from my square, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's your ally. Where you the one that you're next to.
And I'm assuming that the caterpillar was riding on my person. So after my turn is over, then it starts where I am, and then gets 25 feet of movement.
Right. So from where you are getting this person right here.
Yes.
Is your ally.
Oh, I thought the allies were both the ones with 4 arms.
No.
Okay,
No,
well then, never mind all of that then. It'll just go towards it. So the enemy is the furthest one from us?
Yes.
Okay, well in that case, I have to be further out a bit, because then I can be within range of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So then I think that I don't have enough movement to have the Creeping Claw attack this turn, but it'll go over there. It'll go near the enemy, but not close enough. It's just a caterpillar on the ground, so we probably haven't noticed it yet. So please continue with everyone else.
Kendall Visalen. You're muted, King.
That's me.
It's you.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can see folks. The 4-armed guy near us. This guy is our ally. This guy is also our ally.
Yep.
Okay.
Fire wand is your foe.
25.
Gary.
we spell Gary. I noticed that. I was like, oh, no way.
The audience can see it. It's just little.
So it's 50 feet away. How do I turn off the measuring now? There we go. How does he look?
Who, the
He's
ally or the
vibing.
enemy?
The enemy.
He's vibing. He's got your ally in a chokehold, and he's punching him in the face.
Our ally is hurt, so you could heal him.
I could healing word as a bonus action. But first,
Or
figure out,
you could do some player character BS.
yeah.
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 Scarlet!
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm excited to see it.
I'm just agreeing with, yeah, anytime player character bullshit is an option. I feel like the answer is yes.
Well, Kendall's got the like dreamscape stuff too.
Yes.
Okay, so Kendall's gonna reach into his well of magic, and he's going to cast an illusion underneath this enemy. He's gonna make this enemy imagine, or he's gonna try to make this enemy imagine, that there's a hole underneath him that he could fall right through. Oh, man, it's really unfortunate too. You could hurt yourself real bad. It's a deep hole.
Danger.
Goes
This is
right into the ocean.
The imaginary hole
Yeah,
spell.
yeah. So try to succeed on an intelligence saving throw, please.
That's a 17 on the nat.
17.
And that is a -3 on the modifier. So that's a 14.
Sure. So you fail that and take 2d6 psychic damage
And fall prone.
and fall prone. You do
So-
realize after you take the damage that you
But it's not,
that was an illusion, but ooh, for the moment it felt real.
you love the
And,
psychic damage.
Real fast, just gonna go over my features because I'm pretty sure that something happens when I cast using a spell slot. Oh yeah. So a dreamscape happens. So when Kendall had his vision, the way he casts changed a lot. And as he's summoning this illusion under this giant, ooh, what happens?
It's a rolling table!
Yeah, I gotta roll on it. Let me see. It's a level 1 spell. So these moat of dreaming intangibility sort of floats around him, and let's do that dreaming table. It is a, what am I rolling for it? Dreamscape is created, and I roll in the effect table.
It's a D8.
And I'm trying to find where it says what I'm rolling. I think it's a D8.
It's a D8. I'm looking at the table right now.
The D8. Okay, do you want me to roll those 2d6 of damage, or do you want to do that, Molly?
I'll do that for you.
I mean, I've got the D6 in my hand. I can just do it. Okay.
I got 6.
I sent you.
All right.
I sent the screenshot of the table.
2d6? You got 6 across the two?
Yep. So 70 down.
And fallen prone. And I've rolled an 8 on my D8,
Ooh.
which means...
Do you want? I sent the thing if you want to say.
No, I have it.
I'll let you know. Just excited.
And which means that I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose for that giant to fall asleep. And I'm going to roll a number of d8 equal to the level of the highest thaumaturge spell I know, which, that's level 3, so I'll roll 3 d8s. 7, 5, 4, that's 9 plus 7 is 16. Is the current hit points of that creature greater than 16?
Yes.
Okay, so he doesn't fall asleep, but he feels like a little sleepy for a second there.
He's laying down in after his imaginary hole, and then you hear these waves of obsidian sand start to come at him and start doing this white noise machine.
Yeah. Starting to feel kind of tired, aren't you?
This
Odyssey, you are witnessing all of this as you round the corner into the room. You see a guy sleeping, laying down on the ground, resting his eyes lightly. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move. I don't know why I still can't move. Okay, I'm gonna move.
Power of visions compel you.
I know.
What
I'm
what is
gonna
the
move-
what does the
There's 20.
dreamscape look like to everybody?
Yeah.
Do we see it?
I would say that the dreamscape looks like the ground under Kendall turning dark and sandy and sort of spreading around him. But since it is kind of a dreamscape, it's got that quality of, is it there or isn't it there? Like whenever you blink, you can kind of see both what's supposed to be there and that, the way dreams be.
So it's a weird superimposition of two realities. It's like if you accidentally saw into another realm at the same time, and they just superimposed on top of each other.
Sort of like those magic image puzzles, where like if you were looking at it a certain way, you can totally see the image, but then when you look away from it, you can't really.
So like this is the furthest into the room you can get without dashing.
Would you go me one over to the right, so I'm a little bit closer? Yeah, that's fine. I still can't see the other guy. Who are we? Where is the other?
There's 3 people. Can you see 3 giants?
Giants? No, I only see 2 giants.
I only see 2 also.
Oh,
Well,
I think
one
they're
got marked as prone and then disappeared.
I can
And
still
now
see
he's
that
gone.
one. Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, it's back.
Ah, there he
Yeah,
is.
there we go,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's the enemy one. All right, great. Okay, so that's pretty much as far as I can move, right?
Yes, without
action.
additional resource.
All right. Let's see.
You have Swift Jinx, right?
30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, I do. So that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
just
So let's see. I'm gonna move
Just
to
excited for people.
I'm just
I
excited.
get the
All the
same
cool
way.
homebrew content, and I'm like, I don't want to backseat or
No,
anything.
no, you're good. You're good. I would like to move. Can you see where my mouse is, Molly? I'd like to move here.
You're gonna dash?
Yeah, I'm gonna dash move here.
Okay.
Nope, sorry, this one.
Where is your mouse?
Oh no. Okay. So one.
I
two,
can't see your mouse.
yeah, 3 squares above our little ally giant, the one that I'm closest to. Directly center above.
Huh?
That's fine. That's fine. Let's just go there. That's great. Okay. I am in range to use my bonus action to jinx our friend.
All right.
Because
so
because you have the Swift Jinx feature, which
because
lets
I
you do
have
it as a
Swift
bonus
Jinx,
action.
I can use, my jinx as a bonus action. So we can go ahead and roll. DC.
That is a fail.
Okay, great. And then
So you get to flavor something like unlucky that happens to them that causes all this damage. But they're already on the ground.
There's so much blood around. As he's trying to get up, he as he's prone and he's trying to kind of stand up and find his feet, he slips on another pile of blood, comically banana style, and just falls back and knocks his head. And he takes so I get to do 2d8 now. So he takes 10 damage.
Dang. From bonk damage.
He takes
Bonk
10 bonk damage.
Oof.
10 bonk damage. Oof. Oof. All right. So I don't know why he's decided to move. So This round starts out with, after having absolutely ripped asunder the other giant, our party rounds the corner and takes this other giant in their sights. The forearms kind of towering over, wrap around the neck of Skullgonder and start punching him in the face. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1, 2,
and I'm
3.
sorry. One more thing, Molly. He also will take disadvantage on his next attack roll. Apologies.
Wicked.
Because of the jinx.
Love it.
In addition to the 1d4 minus.
I am sleepy.
Well, good news.
so-
It's 7:29.
It is. We are about to end things.
Dreaming. All those dream motes.
Oh,
been
that's
high
what it was.
romantic
That's what it was.
You see Kendall steps forward and drawing a circle in the air in front of him. The Bayrog looks down and sees the ocean churning beneath him and falls and falls and falls and falls till smack, his face lands flat on the stone floor beneath him. He attempts to stand up again and again. Whack! He falls, and the gem is driven even further into his face. He gets up growling as a couple, let's see, what would Llewellyn be throwing? As like a piece of wood and a brick fly across the room and smash into this creature as it shakes off this attempt by Celastrina to lull it to sleep. And another attempt to lull it to sleep as the imaginary hole fades from underneath. And that's where we'll pick up next time.